Let us discuss 2024 UPSC question paper. I will deal about history and environment related questions. First, question related to the history. History questions actually consist of totally 15 questions in this paper, which are very moderate to easier level. And let us discuss history questions first. First question is 11th question. Consider the following statements about Rajaram Mohan Roy. He possessed great love and respect for traditional philosophical systems of East. Second statement is, he desired his countrymen to accept the rational and scientific approach and principle of human dignity and social equality of all the men and women. When it comes to the Rajaram Mohan Roy, he is an internationalist. Like, he believed all the philosophical things of the East and West, and he wants to club the East and Western philosophy too. So, first statement is absolutely correct, and second statement. And he also strive for the eradication of sati and eradication of the dowry system and to uplift the rights of the women. So the second statement also seems to be correct. Like, for more information regarding the Rajaram Mohan Roy, he is a reformist. Like, he want to reform the religion on the basis of the logic and rational approach which he follows. He is the first pioneer who wants to inculcate the Eastern philosophies along with our Western philosophies. And he is also a monotheist, and he read the Upanishads and Vedas and write many books. He also conducted many sabhas like Atmiya Sabha, Tattvabodhini Patrika and Tattvabodhini Sabha, etc. And he also established the Vedanta College. And at the same time, he also participated and initiated the Brahma Samaj movement, which believes in the monotheist. This is regarding Rajaram Mohan Roy, and the answer is C here. Both 1 and 2 are correct. And 12th question. Consider the following subjects with regarding to non-cooperation program. First statement they have given is boycott of law courts and the foreign court. Second is observance of strict non-violence. Third is retention of titles and honors without using them in public. Fourth is establishment of panchayats for settlement disputes. How many of these parts are correct regarding the non-cooperation program? For this type of questions, one thing you have to keep in mind is, most of the times it's only 2 or only 3 might be correct. Only 1 and only 4 we can skip in most of the times. And they have given the statements boycott of law courts and foreign court. This seems to be correct because in the non-cooperation there is also the Swadeshi movement. So they will boycott this foreign clothes. And at the same time, observance of non-violence. This is the main theme of non-cooperation movement, which will get the independence in non-violence and ahimsa. This also seems to be correct. Third one is retention of titles and honors without using them in public. What's the point of retention of titles without using them in public? Most of the times in many freedom movements, many leaders have give up their titles, especially lawyers also give up their practices. So it seems to be illogical. So you can make a question mark in the third point. And in the fourth statement, establishment of panchayats for settling disputes. This is also correct because at the time Gandhi, when he entered into this freedom struggle, he found that panchayats and the local self-government is very much important to get the independence. When you are seeing this, these 3 statements seems to be absolutely correct. Whether the third statement, there is some confusion in that. You have to understand that retention of titles and honors without using them in public might be the wrong statement, because retention seems to be an extreme word, or it's an extreme statement. So you can go with the only 3. C is the answer in this question. When it comes to the non-cooperation movement, it started after the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, which happened in the 1919 during this after the First World War time. What they have did is, in this non-cooperation movement, they have boycott the law, and also they have the boycott the Western judiciary, and at the same time there is strict non-violence, and at the same time they have gave importance to the local education. Especially Mahatma Gandhi established several schools and panchayats at the local level during this non-cooperation movement. One thing you have to understand is, in this paper, non-cooperation movement is a repeated theme which have been given for 2 to 3 questions. They have given this non-cooperation movement as a theme. So for the next year, they might ask about civil disobedience movement or might about the Quit India movement, which are one of the important breaking movements of the independence, especially after the arrival of the Gandhi. When it comes to the non-cooperation movement, they have declared the attainment of Swaraj also by this non-cooperation movement, and at the same time they have promoted the collecting of the 1 crore of the Tilak fund and using for this non-cooperation movement. And at the same time, non-cooperation movement is a non-violent and ahimsa movement. These points have to understand. Next is 13th question. The irrigation device called Aragatta was. It is a direct question which is asked from the UPSC previous year question, and at the same time it is present in the 6th class NCERT history book. So it is a direct word which means large wheel with earthen pots tied to the outer end of its spokes. It is one of the system which was introduced by the Mughals at the starting of the establishment of the kingdom. They have established this Aragatta, which is Persian technology, to the Indians, which is clearly mentioned in the NCERT diagram itself. So it is self-explanatory. And 14th question. 14th question is, who among the following rulers in ancient India has assumed the titles Mattavilasa, Vichitra Chitta and Gunabhara? They have given these options like Mahendravarman I, Simhavishnu, Narasimhavarman I and Simhavarman I. One thing you have to think about it is all these 4 kings are Pallavas except Simhavarman. Simhavarman is another dynasty. So most of the times the option belongs to these 3 people only. And it is also the direct question. This Mattavilasa, which is the title which is given by the people, is a 1-act play which was performed by this Mahendravarman I. So answer here is Mahendravarman I. This Mattavilasa Praharsana is a 1-act play which performed by the Mahendravarman I. And when it comes to the Pallavas, Simhavishnu is the founder of the Pallava dynasty. He might not have given these titles because at the starting of the establishment of kingdoms, one might not become so much great by acquiring all the kingdoms. So Simhavishnu might not be the option. The 2 options left here is Mahendravarman I and Narasimhavarman I. Mahendravarman I, which is more interested in this 1-act plays and also wants the appreciation from the people. So it seems to be the correct. And second thing is Narasimhavarman I. Narasimhavarman I is more related to the establishment of the temples and architecture, especially Mamallapuram temple, etc. Narasimhavarman accomplishes most of the times temples and architecture. Next, 15th question. Fahim. The Chinese pilgrim travelled to India during the reign of. It is also the previous year question asked by the UPSC. You can directly answer that it is Chandragupta II, which is one of the favorite themes to the UPSC, the travelers. Travelers we never skip before going to the exam, because travelers and Guptas or Cholas, which are one of the most favorite themes to the prelims questionnaire, and at the same time Vijayanagaras, etc. Fahim, this is a direct question. Under the reign of the Chandragupta II, they have visited. And when it comes to the Guptas, initially the Samudragupta, who expands the empire very vastly, and at the same time he is famous for this Allahabad inscription. And then next, Chandragupta II. Chandragupta II is famous for the Navaratnas in their court, and at the same time visit of this Fahim, the Chinese pilgrim. And at the same time he is also established Mehrauli inscription. Next, Kumaragupta. Kumaragupta is the one who established this Nalanda University and encouraged the Buddhists to perform their rituals, etc. And Kumaragupta also expand his empire to some extent. And finally, Skandagupta. Skandagupta is famous for this Bitauri inscription, and he is also mentioned in this Junagadh inscription at the same time, which is one of the greatest achievement of his. 16th question. Who among the campaign led a successful military campaign against the kingdom of Sri Vijaya, the powerful maritime state, which ruled the Malay Peninsula, Sumatra, Java and the neighboring islands? This is the easiest theme. Like when they're asking Sri Vijaya means, Sri Vijaya, you have to understand it is the Indonesia and Sumatra, Java areas. So among all these 4 kingdoms, only Cholas expand our kingdoms from the Indian to the Indian subcontinent. Cholas are the one who expands kingdom very vastly, and at the same time Kalingas. These are the 2 empires which expands their kingdom to the eastern parts of the Asia, especially Indonesia, Malaysia and Cambodia, Vietnam, etc. These areas. Even they extends up to the South Korea also in some kingdoms. So the answer is very direct. It is the Rajendra I Chola kingdom. You can also use it by the common sense. For example, the first option Amogavarsha, which is Rashtrakutas, they are ruling the western parts of the India. They might not expand that empire to the Indian subcontinent vastly and to the extent of the Asia. And at the same time, even Vishnuvardha Hoysalas. Hoysalas also ruled mostly in the western parts of our country. So they might not expand too much aggressively to the other parts of the continent. So you will left behind the options Kakatiyas and Cholas. Kakatiyas are one of the small kingdom, especially related to the Andhra and Telangana. It didn't expand beyond that zone. So Cholas is one of the answer which you might not know, but you can end up with this option logically also. And next 17th question. 17th question is with reference to the ancient India, consider the following pairs. They have given the pairs and they are asking how many are correctly matched. First is they have given these territorial regions: Asmaka, Kamboja, Avanti and Hoysalas. Rivers flowing in the region: Godavari, Vipas, Mahanadi, Sarayu. Here the Asmaka, if you know, it is the southernmost Mahajanapada which consists of the Telangana and Maharashtra region. So you can think about Godavari might flow from that area because these Mahajanapada present in this Telangana and Maharashtra. So it might correct. First option might correct. And next is Kamboja. Kamboja is Vipas river. There is lot of confusion happening here. Vipas river is one of the tributary of Indus. It is flowing in the northwest region of Hindu Kush mountains, but it is not directly related to Kamboja. You have to check for the final UPSC key regarding it because there is a confusion around this option. Because Vipas is the river flowing in the northwest and Kamboja is also Dynasty, which is the extreme northwest part of the India. But I think Vipas may not be flowing in this area. And third one is Avanti. Avanti is the western part which is present near to the Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh area. And they are saying Mahanadi. Mahanadi is Orissa river. So you can easily eliminate this optional. And Kosala. Kosala kingdom, river flowing in this region is Sarayu river. You have listened, might be in the mythology, listen that Kosala kingdom has surrounded by the Sarayu river, which is a tributary of Ganga. You can make it correct. There is a confusion between this Kamboja, whether it is flowing into the Vipas or not. But to the best of my knowledge, it is only 2. But might be the UPSC might change the key and also give only 3 also may be correct. So it might be B or C. Both options seems to be correct. And in this question, you have to also think about Kamboja. Kamboja is one of the new area which have been touched by the UPSC. Few points regarding it are Kandahar bilingual rock inscription has been present here, which is similar to the Jandavasta. Jandavasta is similar to the Rigvedic text, where the Zoroastrians worship this Jandavasta text. And at the same time, Mahabhashya and Patanjali also visited this Kamboja dynasty. These 2 points have to remember. Next is 18th question. The first Gandharva Mahavidyalaya, a music training school, was set up in 1901 by Vishnu Digambar Pulaskar in Delhi, Gwalior, Ujjain and Lahore. One thing you have to note down here is regarding Vishnu Digambar Pulaskar, he is in the news regarding this song Bhajan, which is chanted by the Gandhiji very frequently, Raghupati Raghava Rajaram. So it is in news, which the controversy erupted in the Bihar and regions. This is a direct thing. If you know the answer, you can keep that answer. Otherwise, you have to skip these type of questions. They have given these options: Delhi, Gwalior, Ujjain and Lahore. These are very close options, and in these 4 places also, Vishnu Digambar Pulaskar have lived. So the answer is the Lahore. At the final stages, he has visited this Lahore and set up this music school, where he also established different types of the ragas also here. And he is one of the who make the tune of this Vande Mataram song also, Vishnu Digambar Pulaskar. This is also the important point you have to note down. And 19th question. Ashokan inscription suggests that Pradeshika Rajuka Yukta were important officer set. They have given options: village level, district level, provincial level and level of central administration. Ashokan means Mauryan kingdom. One thing have to remember is at the Mauryan dynasty, there is no local level or village level administration. So you can easily skip this first village level administration. And second one they have given is district level, provincial and the central level administration. At the central level administration, you have to think there might be the king and the ministers are the ruling ones. And in the provincial, they might be the Kumara Rajas or sons of the kings may rule these provincial dynasties. This specifically asking Pradesika, Rajuka and Yukta. These are the three terms at the district level of administration they will be used. Like for example, Rajuka means similar to the collectors, and Yukta who is dealing with this clerical job, and Pradesika is the highest position of it. So the answer is district level administration. You can easily eliminate this one also because central level administration, as I already told, it consists of king and his ministers especially. You can easily eliminate. And at the same time, provincial level administration, there might be the Maharajas or other sons of the kings may present. So you can also skip that. The answer is B, district level administration. As I already told, non-cooperation movement is the repeated theme in this paper. And this is the second question. Consider the following statements in respect of non-cooperation movement. The Congress declared the attainment of Swaraj by all legitimate and peaceful means to be its objective. It is the first statement. And second one is, it was to be implemented in stages with civil disobedience and non-payment of taxes for the next stage. Only if Swaraj didn't come within a year and the government resorted to repression. They have given options one only, one, two only, both one and two, and neither one nor two. First thing you have to notice here is the Congress declared the attainment of Swaraj by all its peaceful means. It seems to be correct because in the non-cooperation movement, non-violence is one of the theme, and also the attainment of the independence, like to become an independent country, not to be associated with British people, is one of the theme. So first statement seems to be correct. And second one, it was to be implemented in stages with civil disobedience and non-payment of taxes for next stage only if Swaraj didn't come within a year. This statement is also correct because in this non-cooperation movement, first they have started with non-cooperation and then they want to turn it into a violent movement like civil disobedience. Civil disobedience means they won't cooperate and at the same time they will revolt against the practices which have been followed by these Britishers or European administration. And one of the theme here is they won't pay taxes. As I already said, they won't pay taxes. They have given up their titles. They have established the public schools. They also established the panchayats, etc., which is the already mentioned in the 12th question. So you can check that. Both statements are correct and our answer is C. And these 10 questions are history related part and next questions are 71, 2 and 75. These are also related to history. 71st question. Sedition has become my religion was the famous statement given by Gandhiji at the time of. The options are Champaran Satyagraha, publicly violating salt law at Dandi, attending the second roundtable conference, launch of Quit India movement. This is also the direct question. If you know the answer, you can keep, but by the logic also, you can eliminate at least two options here. C and D. C option is attending the second roundtable conference in London. During that attendance of the second roundtable conference, why he will give that statement? This statement which comes out of the agony or the pain. Maybe during the movement or during the freedom struggle they might give, not during the conference. So you can eliminate that. And next thing is launch of Quit India movement. During the launch of Quit India movement, he never said about sedition. Gandhiji asked to continue their jobs and etc. by the local people, but they want to finally to bring the independence back by other means, not by leaving the jobs, etc. So it is also the wrong statement. You can get confused between this Champaran Satyagraha and publicly violating salt law at Dandi. This Champaran Satyagraha, it is one of the important movement which is started by the Gandhiji at the initial stages of his career in India especially. So he might not interfere with the Britishers at that time. So it also seems to be not to be correct. This publicly violating salt law at Dandi, it is during the civil disobedience movement, at the starting point of the civil disobedience movement. This statement might be apt for this civil disobedience movement or non-cooperation movement in that. Or they haven't given non-cooperation movement. So this publicly violating salt at Dandi may be the answer. B is the answer for this question. The famous female figurine known as Mohenjo-daro, known as dancing girl, is made of. They have given options carnelian, clay, bronze and gold. They are talking about one figure, dancing girl figure, which might be the statue present since Harappan civilization. So mostly it is made up of any metal item only, because for the long sustenance of any item, they might prepare that object in the metal objects only. They have given these options carnelian. Carnelian is one of the thing which we use in the bead making. Like for example, malas, or we will call it rudraksha. Carnelian means literal meaning. So it not be the answer. And clay, whenever they made it in the clay, it might not sustain for this long years. So this is not the answer. And the third option is bronze. Bronze, and next option is gold. Gold is one of the thing which is mostly used for the ornamental purpose and making the jewelry and etc. Not for these recreational or time pass or art and culture activities. So answer is the bronze, and you can derive it logically. And another thing is, when it comes to the Harappan civilization, it is somewhere between this copper and bronze age, not the iron age. From that also you can derive that this bronze is the answer. And generally bronze figurines or idols which is made up of bronze. So by that case also you can go with the bronze. Answer is C. Next, 73rd question. Who provided legal defense to the people arrested in aftermath of Chauri Chaura incident? It is the direct question. If you know the answer, you can keep, otherwise not. Here, you can also eliminate the two answers. First, they have given these options: C.R. Das, Madan Mohan Malaviya and Krishnakant. And third is Saifuddin Kichlu and Hassan Nizami. And Muhammad Ali Jinnah. You can eliminate this Saifuddin Kichlu because these two people, Saifuddin Kichlu and Khwaja Hassam Nizam, is participated in this 1919 Jallianwala Bagh massacre. So you can eliminate that. And they are also not the lawyers. And second thing you can eliminate is Muhammad Ali Jinnah, because during that time Congress are having these divisions between the Muslims and Hindus, and Muhammad Ali Jinnah is not actively participated in this non-cooperation movement and also supporting Gandhi. So you can also eliminate this option. You have left with the two options, Chittaranjan Das and Madan Mohan Malaviya and Krishnakant. For the Chittaranjan Das also you can eliminate, because in the 1920 they have established this Swaraj party. Chittaranjan Das and Motilal Nehru, they separated from Congress and tried to be the part of the Britishers, and they are trying to give the independence to India. So they have separated. So you can also eliminate the C.R. Das optional also. So finally you can left with the Madan Mohan Malaviya and Krishnakant. One thing you have to notice before writing any paper, in that case not only in UPSC, in any paper, you have to search for the wrong options and you have to eliminate them. Then you will easily land up into the right option. You can always search for why not this answer. Then you will get the correct answer. Because many questions I have discussed in these topics, like especially not only in the history, even in the environment also, it is more like logic, or more like you can know that question, you can keep it. Otherwise, you have to figure it out. Subsequent to which of the following events, Gandhiji, who consistently opposed untouchability and appealed for its eradication from all spheres, decided to include the upliftment of Harijans in his political and social program? Here you have to keep few things in the mind. As I already said, the common sense and logic. Here they have given Harijans, and they have given these options like Pune Pact, Gandhi-Irwin Agreement, and third one is arrest of the Congress leadership at the time of Quit India movement, and fourth one is promulgation of Government of India Act 1935. First thing, this Pune Pact is related to upliftment of the untouchables and giving reservations to them, and it is the agreement between Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and some other Madan Mohan Malaviya and other players and Gandhi in this Pune Yerawada jail. This thing you have to keep in the mind regarding Pune Pact. And next they have given is Gandhi-Irwin Agreement. Gandhi-Irwin Agreement is just before the civil disobedience movement, or the points which wants the Gandhi to acquire the independence or something that related to independence, not to the upliftment of these untouchables. And third thing is arrest of Congress leaderships at the time of Quit India movement. Anything happened in the society, why they will question about the caste or anything related to this Harijans or any social mobility programs. So you can also eliminate that. And final is promulgation of Government of India Act 1935. Government of India Act 1935 is making the constitution. It is not related to this untouchable movement. So you can easily go to the option Pune Pact. Even if you don't know this based information, you can also get to the logical conclusion by eliminating these wrong options. Next is 75th question. Consider the following fruits. First, papaya. Second, pineapple. Third, how many of the above were introduced in India by Portuguese in 16th and 17th century? One thing you have to note here is these Portuguese are more like they are the pioneers to the Indian land or Indian subcontinent, etc. So these are the ones who brought many vegetables and fruits from European countries to India, because in this European part and Mediterranean part, it is very rich in fruits and vegetables or truck farmings, etc. because of their climate, cool climate and etc. So they have bought many fruits and vegetables. So these three have brought by these Portuguese: pineapple, papaya and guava. And at the same time, they have also bought chilies, tomatoes and some other fruits also, tobacco, etc. This is also one of the favorite thing which is repeatedly asking by UPSC. Even it is 3-4 years back, they have also asked who introduced tobacco or something. This is also one of the favorite theme to the UPSC. 78th question. Who among the following was the founder of self-respect movement? This is the direct question. They have given the options like Periyar E.V. Ramsamy Nayakar, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Bhaskar Rao Jadhav and Dinkar Rao Javalkar. This is the direct thing which many people know because it is present in the standard books, etc. If you don't know also, you can easily eliminate this Bhaskar Rao Jadhav and Dinkar Rao Javalkar. These are the two unnoticed freedom fighters during the independence movement. You can easily eliminate them because you don't know much about them. You can get confusion between Ramsamy Nayakar and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Then you have to use your factual knowledge or etc. But self-respect movement or self-respect marriages which have been emphasized by this Periyar E.V. Ramsamy Nayakar, especially he wants to abolish the social system of the Indian society regarding caste. They have encouraged this intercaste marriages and entry of temples, etc. Periyar Ramsamy Nayakar is one of the pioneer in this self-respect movement and at the same time self-respect marriages. And he also strive for the equality in the society by abolishing this caste system, want to create the equal society. In these two options, E.V. Ramsamy Nayakar and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, you will get confused. But in most of the times, if they given this Ramsamy or Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who played a key role in untouchability or discrimination, etc. movements, mostly the answer lies in these both